This is Dr. Jones checking in. This is ANP1, Lecture Test 3, Video 1. So we are starting with Chapter 6. We will also cover Chapter 9. Chapters 7 and 8 are great reference for lab, but we're not covering as much of the just straight anatomy. We're mostly covering the physiology for lecture. But anything that is in the note set or that we do talk about, a little more light here, there we go, is fair game for the test. So here's what the note set looks like for me, T3 note set. All right. And I am going to try to keep these videos a little on the shorter side so that my computer will record them. Now I'm like shiny. I don't know. There's like an in-between where the light works right somewhere. Okay, so page 2, chapter 6, osseous tissue and bone structure. Skeletal system has 5 primary functions. As a review, your note set is your primary learning tool. Okay, your note set, and then read the book to fill out the note set, and then watch the videos to catch more details to further fill in the note set. So it's all about the note set. The note set is out of the book, the lectures are from the note set, and the test is from the note set, and the note set is to cover the tests. So it's all about the note set. All right, so the skeletal system has 5 primary functions. They include support, mineral storage, and I wanted to, I typed in this phrase here, calcium homeostasis, because it will continue to be important through next semester, where we cover the endocrine hormones that maintain calcium homeostasis. So storage of minerals happens in the bone matrix, and that's where you keep your calcium. When you need extra calcium, you just eat holes in the bone and release the calcium into the bloodstream, as we will learn. Storage of lipids. So the centers of the bones are the marrow cavities. There are 2 kinds of marrow. Yellow marrow is mostly stored fats for energy. And then red marrow is where the red blood cells and white blood cells are made. Okay, most of the white blood cells. We'll get there. That part's sort of next semester, but we'll get there. Protection and leverage to, move stuff. So the last slide that we kind of skipped, skeletal system includes the bones of the skeleton. We need like a pen. If only there were like a pen or something. So it includes the bones, and then also the cartilages and ligaments and connective tissue. Tendons, as you may recall, connect muscle to bone, so tendons will actually be part of the muscular system, which is test 4. We're on the skeletal system, so we're talking about ligaments. And the difference between tendons and ligaments, they're both dense, regular connective tissue, but ligaments connect bone to bone, while tendons connect muscle to bone. So ligaments are part of the skeletal system, and tendons are part of the muscular system, although they're both the same stuff. The location is the difference. And the other connective tissues, bones and other connective tissues. Okay, we had that conversation. All right, so there are different types of bones. Number 1 are the sutural bones. They used to be called Wormian bones. So if you have an older book, Wormian is now sutural. And we learned the sutures in lab, and here are their little extra islands of bone that sometimes grow in the sutures. So you can have any number of sutural bones and not know about it until you take a skull x-ray, which those are kind of tricky, so it doesn't really happen all that often unless you need it for something specific. So they say you have 206 bones. More accurately, they say you have 206 major bones, because you could have any number of these little sutural bones in the sutures all around your skull and not know it, and not need to know it, because it's irrelevant. Okay, irregular bones, these are ones that are wonky shaped. Your vertebrae are irregular. Your pelvis is irregular because they're wonky shaped. The short bones include like your carpals and your tarsals, your ankle and wrist bones. Flat bones are, not surprisingly, flat. And that'll include your skull bones, the ribs, the sternum. There's another one on the list. Oh, the scapula. There you go, shoulder blades. And the flat, but that was the flat bones. Okay, we're on 5, long bones. The long bones are long. So these are basically your limb bones. And your finger bones, your little phalanges, your metacarpals, your little 3 phalanges on each finger, those count as long bones, although the wrists were short bones. There you go. And that leaves sesamoid bones. So sesamoid bones are different because they grow inside a tendon, and everyone has that has legs has 2 sesamoid bones, the patellas, which are your kneecaps, and they grow inside the patellar tendon. And without them, physics, you wouldn't be able to kick. You wouldn't be able to extend the knee to kick. So sesamoid bones are very important. You can also have, like the sutural bones, any number of little extra sesamoid bones in the tendons around the wrists and also the ankles. And they show up pretty commonly, and each location has its own name. And so again, 206-ish bones, 206 major bones, but you could have any number of sutural bones within normal limits, and you could also have some number of extra sesamoid bones within normal limits, although people tend to notice extra bumps growing around their wrist, and so those tend to get x-rayed just to make sure that they are just harmless sesamoid bones. So, all right, so oh, and I made space for y'all to draw these, and here are my drawings, and a reminder that if I can draw it, all y'all can draw it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off after 1 page because my computer hasn't entirely been playing nice, and so I'm going to try to make these shorter videos just to because after recording a 25-minute video, it's really frustrating when it didn't record. So we're going to make shorter videos so that they're easier to re-record if they don't work. Okay, so this has been Dr. Jones with A&P 1 Lecture Test 3, Video 1. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. It's good to virtually see you here. Y'all took that test, and you're still back winning. So the education must go on. Dr. J out.